Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah, our Father, and Yahusha. He is the Mashayah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, his voice, our high priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yeshua, Yahuwah, who is our mighty one. He is one. There is no other mighty one, brothers and sisters, than Yahuwah. And Yahusha is his voice. This is Brother Dawood coming to you again to give you a report. Hedash. There she is. I see her. She has become visible. Where? In the western sky. The renewed moon was spotted and confirmed the evening of August 17, which makes our Shabbat, on Friday. Praise, glory, wisdom, thanks be unto he who is seated upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. Yah has revealed to us his appointments. All of his appointments are found from Hedash. Your Shabbats and your feast days. The moon is the sign of feast. And the Shabbat is a feast day, you know. Read Leviticus 23. Start from verse 1. You will see it points out the first feast days would be your regular weekly Shabbat. And there's 4 Shabbats every single month, and 1 new moon's day. This is the only way to count the days. Any other way is following the Gentiles. Here's another thing. How do you follow someone with something like this, which is found only through observation? How do you follow someone who does not even go out and sight? How do you follow someone who does not teach you how it works? How do you follow someone who just puts out a date, yet don't tell you how they arrived at their calculations? We have been tricked, fooled, and bamboozled for all these years. Now we can see clearly now, because Yah has raised up this channel to be a beacon of light to the nations. The 12 tribes, those are the nations that I'm speaking of, so that they can find their way back to Him. Because of this channel, which is Yah's channel, now we can see all of the people who are following the Gentiles. If you're saying that you are in the 6th month, it's because you have followed the days of the Gentiles. And yet, you cannot even explain how they arrived at their date. Renewed Moon Report. We deal with observation. We go to Moon Giant to get an approximate time when it'll appear. But we're out there standing, watching, waiting, observing. for a sanya to show up in the sky. How do you trust someone who doesn't do that? How do you trust someone who just tells you what the day is, and yet you don't understand how they arrived at that day? Look at the global observation on your left. Confirmed Thursday evening, August 17, 2023, Australia, Mauritius, and Kintinku, Tanzania. Very good. Look on the right. Thursday evening, August 17, Israel-based observation. All right. Bible Hill, Jerusalem, and Makrash, Ramon via a secondary website. So we have many sightings overseas or in the eastern nation. It starts from the east and then it comes to the west. So here's our starting point. But what I want to show you is this. Look in the middle of the screen. You'll see it says the first report for the 6th new moon of the year. Brother Dawood, we just left the 7th month. So this month will be the 8th month for us. How are they saying that this is the 6th new moon? Because they've made adjustments to the calendar. They've added 60 days to time. You would not know this if Yah did not set up his own channel. In 2019, this place, this renewed moon report, is the place which stated that the barley harvest was not ripe. So they had to add a 13th month to the calendar. They're observing the moon in the sky. And then every 2 to 3 years, they've made an adjustment to the calendar. So far, 60 days. Again, you would not know this if we were not present. This is why Yah set up his own channel. These people will lead you to the lake of fire. You will not find Yah's appointments if you follow them. That's what this is all about. So that you will never find his appointments. So that you will never be cleansed. Like everyone who participated in the Day of Atonement on this channel, our garments are whiter than snow. You can't go in September and October and have your celebration and your Day of Atonement and expect for Yah to accept it. The people who you're following have adjusted time. He's not going to line up with them. You have to line up with him. We have our brother Carlin. We have people all over the country. Yes. And in other countries and in the islands that spot and send their reports here. But we only have Brother Carlin amongst us for this month. Look what he caught in his picture. See the star up top? Pointing you towards the lunar event. He caught it in the sky. We have documented these events all down through the years. We are absolutely positive on how Yah's days work. Brother Dawood, how can you be positive about it? Because the roadmap is in the book. We're following the roadmap. Will you follow the roadmap? Brother Dawood, I don't understand this roadmap. Well, I'll explain it to you. It's very simple. There's 12 months in a year. Is there any more? Is there any less? There's 12 window openings in the heaven. Is there any more? Is there any less? There's 12 portals in which the sun, the moon, and the stars go in and out of. Is there any more? Or is there any less? Hey, there's 12 doors to the sun. Is there any more? Or is there any less? There's 12 tribes of the children of Yesharo. Is there any more? Or is there any less? 12, 12, 12, 12. 12 is the number. What if you add an additional month? Did you destroy perfection? Not in the sky. Just in the perception of people's minds, and add a 13th month, which takes them away from Yah's appointments into Gentilian time, or the time of the Satans. Brothers and sisters, we've learned a lot. We've come a long ways. You cannot say that you are awake or that you have returned until you have returned to Yah's new moons, Yah's Shabbats, and Yah's feast days. Here's another sighting. Here's New Moon Report. Yeah. These are all the places that we go to. See, we don't just go out one person and look. We have to confirm it. Yes, and we do that all over the world. This one is in Blacksburg, Virginia, August 17th, 2023. Yeah. You see it there? Just came below the cloud. It'll be low in the sky because it was only 1%. So if you were out there looking, it can come and go within a few minutes. And Brother Kuya's calendar. Brother Kuya's calendar makes this site unique. We're different. We're not like other channels. We're not making calendars with all kinds of days on it. No. What we're doing here is overlaying the lunar calendar, what you see in the sky, on top of Pope Gregory's calendar that's on paper, so that you can find Yah's days in this matrix in which they created for us. All right? Identify day number 16 in yellow on this calendar. Got it. Let's see what Brother Kuya put in the box. It was the fourth Shabbat day. The fourth Shabbat of the month is always on the 29th day. Look what he has in the corner. See the bracket there? That means go out and start looking for the new moon. It was dark on this day, but we go out to investigate anyway. Go to the 17th in yellow. You see it'll say 30 in the corner. let's see what Brother Kuya put in the box, is the projected new moon in the evening. That is correct. It came out. I showed you all of the sightings. I showed you all of the evidence. We do this every month. We've been doing it for years. Are the others doing this? How can you trust that they're giving you the right day if they're not showing you a count from month to month to month? How do you trust in that? So the sighting was in the evening of the 17th, which was the 30th day on Pope, in the lunar calendar, that is. It's the 17th day on Pope Gregory's calendar and the 30th day on the lunar calendar. Forgive me, I got a little mixed up there. And your projected new moon's day is on Friday. How does a day work? From the evening of the 17th to the evening of the 18th, it's one day. From evening to evening. You can only find an evening to evening count on a lunar calendar. You cannot find an evening to evening count on a solar calendar. Why, Brother Dawood? When does the moon, Hedash, appear? In the evening, the beginning of the lunar day. The lunar day is an evening to evening count, not the solar day. See what a scam they pulled on us for all these years? Not knowing Yah's ways or even seeking them out. All right, so New Moon's Day would be on the 18th of Pope Gregory's calendar. It'll be the first day in the sky. Then we have our 6 working days. Hold it. On New Moon's Day, the gates of the temple are open. Got it. When the 6 working days start, the gates of the temple are shut. Got it. When the 7th day comes for the Shabbat, the gates of the temple are open. It's in your book. That is the sequence. It's the only way to find Yah's days. Only way to find Yah's Shabbats. If it does not work out in that sequence, then you do not have Yah's Shabbats. Pope Gregory's calendar doesn't work that way. It cycles from month to month, week to week, year to year. There is no restart any place. That shows that you've got it wrong. So all of our Shabbats for this month is going to be on Friday. Shalom, brothers and sisters.